Hi everybody, my name is Greg Smith. I'm just pulling up the presentation here quickly. Alright, so my research question is, in what ways are professional athletes using their high social status to convey political messages? And somewhat of a secondary question that I'm going to be touching on is what is taking place in our society specifically that has birthed this new trend? So let's jump right into it. Introduction. Sports have been the backbone for entertainment in our country for centuries. Entertainment lovers around the world rely on sports as an outlet to get away from the loud, stressful noise of the political and social issues that exist in our societies today. However, in the past decade, we have seen athletes and commissioners become more and more active in taking political stands than ever before. Specifically, professional athletes and league commissioners are using media outlets such as television and social media to state their personal stands on controversial issues. So, a quote found from a CNN reporter in an article titled, "Why Are Athletes Getting More Political in the Age of Trump?" Sports is no longer an escape from the world that it used to be. Sports are a mirror of our society, rather. An example of this has been taking place in the NBA consecutively pretty much since 2010. A really good example happened in 2014 when the I Can't Breathe campaign took the NBA by storm. The campaign was stemmed when a police officer killed a citizen by putting him in a chokehold during his arrest. The teenager who was killed, Eric Gardner, was heard uttering the words "I can't breathe" on the police officer's camera footage during the arrest. When this specific officer was not indicted by a grand jury, NBA players responded by deciding to get involved. And a quote about the situation, here we have Chicago Bulls guard Derrick Rose wore an "I Can't Breathe" shirt on Saturday during warm-ups before Chicago's game against Golden State Warriors. So how did the NBA respond to this? Because wearing memorabilia that's not owned by the NBA goes against the NBA's code of conduct and is subject for fine. So the NBA's response, Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, came out with a statement when asked about issuing fines to NBA players such as Rose, who broke the NBA's dress code by wearing the campaign shirts. Silver's reply was as followed: "I respect Derrick Rose and all of our players for voicing their political opinions on an important issue, but my preference would be for the players to abide by our on-court rules." This was found by a Sports Illustrated article titled "NBA Players Won't Be Fined." So Silver stated this was pretty much saying that he prefers that players continue to wear the NBA-sponsored Adidas gear. However, given the situation, Silver did agree that this was an important issue and did not fine the players for taking the stand. All right. And then moving on here, the NFL has also been involved with situations such as this. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell has also been dealing with his players using NFL television time to voice their opinion on social and political issues. For example, as many of you know, the situation with former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick, he set off a huge national debate when he began kneeling during the national anthem before his games with the San Francisco 49ers. So Kaepernick's decision to kneel during the anthem was not really followed by NFL players and his peers at first. However, recent perceptions of kneeling during the national anthem have changed dramatically, and this has mostly come to the questionable acts of our President Donald Trump. So some quotes from Trump and the response that it stemmed from the NFL players. On Friday, September 22nd in 2017, President Donald Trump spoke during a campaign rally in Alabama. During the rally, President Trump went off topic by suggesting allegations on the NFL. These allegations are as followed: "Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when someone disrespects our flag, say, 'Get that son of a bitch off the field right now, you're fired'?" So he's referring to players taking a knee during the national anthem to protest for police brutality and racism and things of that nature. So the following Sunday, September 21st, many NFL players, coaches, and owners responded to the president's comments by kneeling together during the national anthem. This has brought a political spin to the NFL that's really never been seen before. Okay, so these forms and ways of which athletes are using their high pedestal to portray these political messages go outside of TV as well. They are also using social media networks, one of the most popular being Twitter. Moving on, other than television, athletes have turned to a new media outlet that is transforming news media as we know it, social media. Following the president's rally speech in Alabama, which he attacked the NFL, he then took to Twitter to attack NBA star Steph Curry, who was targeted by Trump after he publicly denied the president's invitation to visit the White House. So Trump tweeted this NBA star and stated, "Going to the White House is considered a great honor for our championship team. Stephen Curry is hesitating, therefore his invitation is withdrawn." Many NBA players stuck up for Curry in this situation, one being LeBron James. LeBron James took to Twitter and tweeted at our president, and I quote, "You bum, Stephen Curry already said he ain't going. So therefore, no invite needed. Going to the White House was a great honor until you showed up." So really, the bond of brotherhood that you have seen between NBA players, specifically in this situation, goes to show how they feel that they need to stick together in times like this. So to go ahead with the conclusion, the fact that pre-existing issues of police brutality and racism are nearly growing instead of decreasing in the light of our president's actions has stemmed this newly taken on trend taken on by athletes. In the past, we've used sports coverage to act as an outlet to get away from the mainstream media and maybe news that we don't want to hear. However, due to recent changes in the White House, racism still being fully alive today, and police brutality becoming more and more prevalent in the United States, athletes feel that they can no longer take a backseat. Now that we have seen this transformation, one may ask, will we ever watch sports the same way again? Or will politics continue to take over?